Uh,
How'd I meet your dad?
sure. Can you tell me how you met Dad?
Yeah, I think I told you before, but I'll tell you again. It was Halloween, 1932. I went to a Halloween party at the church, and there was this tall man dressed as a cowboy, and I was dressed as a bride. My mother had given me a lace curtain for my veil, and that was when we met, and we went together for a year. Well, not quite. Was a year, I guess, yeah. And we were married in June the 4th, 1933. Yorba came along July the 9th, 1936. 12 years later, you came along, 1948. That's how it started. Now it's been 51 years. Doesn't seem possible, but it is. This is our granddaughter's wedding and our 50th and 51st wedding anniversary gift to us from the Hewitts and Russ. Our trip out here. Oh, I'm excited about the wedding. I get goosebumps all over even talking about it now. I'm so happy I'm here I could almost cry even now. Don't take any more of me. I'm about to cry now. Mammo sent her love. Wish she could be with you. And Ketra and Yorba and Peter. And Ketra got married, but it's impossible. And I miss Pampa worse than ever. And I wish Dan and Ketra much happiness and love in the future. May they have many, many happy years ahead together. Ketra was a doll when she was a newborn baby. That's when Russell said, I asked him what he thought of Russell, or Ketra, and he said, just like a rose. And I think that's enough, Russell. I can't.
Well, tell you what. Tell me about what got you to move out to Bellevue.
Some friends of ours lived out there. Fellow that your dad worked with at Armour's lived out there. They had a new home. He was building. He had just the basement then. And we went out to visit him. And liked the countryside. So we bought a lot and built a house out there. That was in 1940, I think. 39 or 40, I'm not sure which. When he built the garage first. We lived in that for 2 years while he built the house. I wish we'd never had to move from there too. I miss that. And that's, I can't talk anymore.
Okay. Well, then I will ask you, what got you started in China painting? Where did it sort of come from?
Well, when I was sick in bed with blood clots for 2.5 years, Lucille Hake, a friend of mine, came to visit me. And she was telling me about lessons for China painting at Proctor. And I told her if I ever got well, that was the first thing I wanted to do, was try to China paint. And when I did get out of bed after going to Mayo's, that's the first thing I did. First day I went into Proctor, and the teacher, she said, do you want to buy the paints and the brushes, or rent them? We could buy each individual paint enough to last that one day for 10 cents a piece, and borrow the brush. And I told her, well, I'll just borrow the brush and buy the 10 cents a piece of different colors to see if I really enjoyed it. And after I painted that one day, my very first China painting, I told her, I said, I'm going to buy all the paints. I'm hooked. I'm even goose pimpling thinking about China painting. They call me the goose pimple lady always, because I can even talk about it or smell the oils and the paints, and I do this. So I've been painting except the last 3 years. I started in 1968, I think, 66. 1966, so it's been a long time. And I love it. I can't do it now, but I'm hopeful that I can when I get back.
Sure.
I could paint small things, but that, I want something big.
I'll get the rose plate one of these days, or the cherry plate.
Well, that's already done, but I don't know how many wedding plates that I have promised to people that have already got married. And I said, as soon as I start painting again, I'm going to paint you a plate. Let's see, that's 2 in Decatur, one for Diana. I didn't promise Dina, but I told her I would try one of these days. Karen, Nancy's daughter, I promised her a plate. So, I want to get started back at it.
Sure.
Yeah. I love it.
Can you tell me about, like Margie and Mark, where you first met them? What?
I don't recall where I've known them forever. I don't know. I really don't know where I first met Margie. I really don't. Do you remember where we first met Margie, Ellard? Margie and Mark? I don't. He doesn't either.
Well, you got out there at Bellevue together.
But they visited us. We met them before. We lived in Bellevue. Oh, I know. The people that lived in the same house as we did in Peoria, in an apartment, lived up above us in another apartment. Elliott's. And they were friends of Mark and Margie because they had lived in the same house apartment with Mark and Margie. I hadn't even thought of that for years. So we were friends from then on. And when we moved out into our garage house, they came out and liked the land and the place. And that's when they moved next door. Fade out.
Quesadilla.
Quesadilla. Are they frozen when you buy them?
No, they're fresh ground tortillas,
Oh.
you know, that you get in the grocery store, like bread. And then,
Oh yeah, we have those.
okay, and then you take two of them and you put cheese in the middle, whatever kind you like. Then you put it in a skillet after you've buttered the quesadillas, I guess, and then you heat them up until they're a little crispy. Depends on which way you like
Like a grilled cheese, only with
Yeah.
tortillas.
it. Right, and then you cut them up into like pizza pie squares or however, and you've got it that way. That's real nummy,
Mm.
real good.
Now I am starving, more or less.
Would you like them out here?
Would be nice out here, wouldn't it, Russell?
Sure. So you like cheese, huh?
I think that's part of my middle name, cheese. I have weaned myself away from so much. Except I have cottage cheese every day. That's a form of cheese. But I used to eat cheese sandwich every day. Lots of butter, lots of mayonnaise. And that's when I kept gaining and gaining and gaining. I eat more here for dinner than I ever eat any place at home. I never eat that much. I have a stomach ache every time after supper every evening. Every evening. It's so good though.
Sure is.
I love all those fresh vegetables. Well, like fresh vegetables. I'm more of a vegetable eater now than I used to be. What vegetable do you like the best, Mom?
It's a cross between green beans and corn, as usual.
Uh-huh. And our tomatoes at home.
Right.
Yeah, that's my favorite in the summertime. And fresh cooked green beans. With ham, potatoes in it. Do you like ham potatoes in it?
I don't know.
You don't know. Don't you remember ever having them? You've had them years ago, or bacon. That's been
Oh, the bacon and green beans, yeah.
Yeah, well, same difference. What year did you leave home? 1960?
6.
Sure, the same year I started my China painting. Sure. That's right. Oh, we have a sauce on it. Lunchtime.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Time out.
All right, well, let's go.
That's just like a cheese toasted, grilled cheese. We still call them cheese toasters at home. No.
Tell me how you like it, okay?
Okay. Good. You don't ever pick these up in your hands and eat them
Oh, sure.
when they're not too hot. Good.
You want to try some of that sauce?
Yeah. What is it? Oh, yes. Chili sauce with onions. Is it hot?
Might be a little.
This is a day we always go to see Mama. She'll be thinking of us more than ever today. Maybe I have a little too much hot sauce in there. I will know in a second. Ooh, a little, Russell. Ooh. Your dad would love that. Ooh. You didn't tell me how hot. A little of this goes a long way. Ooh, it's hot. You come and eat now.